is paying off.
Hello there, this is Project Swift, casting for the first time in what seems like for freaking ages in another DotA's hard match. It's great, fun, fantastic. Welcome, welcome to this cast. Is Car. Hello. Doesn't even need an introduction. Yeah, it's been ages since I've casted, so I'll just muddle through that wonderful introduction, and then we can get on to this captain's mode that's already underway.
Yeah, so everything was standard till the Weaver ban. CherryMan's got something in mind to ban the Weaver, ban OD. He's thinking lanes, he's not thinking teamfight, but looks it. Even though they have a Darkseer. It's very standard, like, if you want to win your mid, ban OD.
Yeah.
So they're going to put something weird mid.
Yeah, so something odd's going to come up. Might see like a ban of a TA or something else. That another like really strong mid that is difficult for a lot of heroes to deal with, and you sort of need those definite counter picks for those. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So they did get a ban of the Wisp straight off, which I like that. I don't see bans of Wisp in these matches too often. But yeah, and with that ban of the Wisp, it seems that the Radiant team like countered that. Like sort of picked up on that and picked up the Nature's Prophet anyway, so they do have that global strategy. Do have it open, especially with the Nyx Assassin.
I like this TA ban. If you see Dignitas play, they always pick a TA with a Darkseer, and that Surge plus Treant armor on a TA coming at you, that's impossible to stop. So
yeah,
it's a good ban.
It's a serious steamroller walking straight towards you, and that's a lot of damage that you're going to take.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, the Dire team are banning out those really solid mids. They've banned out the OD and the Queen of Pain. So they are, I think they're going to go with what you said before and pick some really odd mid that goes with their lineup, but can, I'm
thinking Naga mid.
Naga mid, yeah.
Naga Darkseer with an overgrowth after sleep could work.
Yeah, they could. With the Darkseer and the Treant, that does give them the really strong lanes. But yeah, they might be looking. It also has that solid team fight in the mid and late game, so they might be looking to pick up some of those like solid team fight heroes, like the Naga Siren, maybe even like a Sand King mid or something. Usually Sand King mid is only ever seen against other melee mids, so see how it goes. So we're gonna pick a Lone Druid. Yeah, I like that one. Darkseer and the Lone Druid makes for some really, really epic tower pushes in the mid-game. You put the Ion Shell on the bear, and it's just like a really early Radiance, and you just run it around behind the tower. Take out those creep waves, and then you just push that tower down.
That's something to think about. Yeah.
Just something to
Lone
add.
Druid's been nerfed for 6.78. It's a good nerf. Like you see, Nakes and Batrider still first bans, but I think Icefield got it right with Lone Druid. You pick him in a push lineup. You pick him if you can give him safe lane farm, or if you want to win a 1vs 1. But you don't pick him every single game, no matter what your lineup is.
Yeah, basically that. The 300 gold bounty on the bear is huge now.
It's mostly the armlet, but that's definitely a factor.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, not having the armlet on the bear does hurt him. It basically, the armlet was picked every game, so. If you had a Lone Druid, he just went an armlet with whatever else he was going. But yeah, now that the armlet has been nerfed, and when you use it on the bear, it does actually like degen the bear, so the bear loses life when you activate the armlet. So
yeah.
I've seen a lot of Lone Druids go back to the old Radiant strategy.
It's either Radiance or Maelstrom these days. That's about it.
Yeah,
I like Deso.
Deso on
the bear is quite fun. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it does work because there's no stats on it.
You need getting AC first item is a bit rough on a bear because you need a bit of right click on your bear to do something, and
for sure.
Deso still fits that push work. Slark. This is a fun one.
Yeah, I like the pick of Slark. I really think that Slark adds a lot to Captain's Mode games, and I don't see him picked as often as I would like, I think. He's sort of... He does need that early game farm to get his snowball going, which is a bit of a hindrance. It means you have to put him in a farming position, but once you get that little bit, he doesn't need the farm to keep him going. He can just hunt heroes. So,
yeah, great snowball. And when you have a roamer, you free up lanes for your supports to get a bit of farm, get a bit of XP. It really helps your whole team snowball if you have a roamer who's doing good work, who's making the enemy team keep on their toes so they can't farm safely. It does a lot of economic damage.
Yeah, really, and it definitely shuts down a few of those heroes that are like really looking for that the solo farm, trying to find that farm or that split push wherever they can. So heroes like Lone Druid, who are often for the middle, sort of early to middle part of the game, are wandering around by themselves just trying to get that farm, does harm them quite a bit, just putting that fear in their eyes.
But so we clearly got a push strat going from the Dire, and I like this Jakiro pick. Not only is it a block pick because a vacuum ice path is incredibly powerful, but it also helps. You got a lot of things coming out your way with a Lone Druid. You kind of want to control him and the bear at the same time. There's not many AoE disables that can do that, constantly, and ice path is one of them.
Yeah. That low cooldown on the ice path is excellent, 9 seconds, with the opportunity to disable both the druid and the bear. Fantastic. And even one of his underrated skills, Liquid Fire, if you put Liquid Fire on the bear and keep it on the bear during those team fights, it drastically reduces the amount of damage that he puts out.
Definitely. Another thing is laying down that macro pyre for when a push is coming in. It can wait things out for 6-7 seconds. It's a good spell. Yeah,
basically halts the entire push for a good 7 seconds. And there we have a final pick of Chen. So that is a push strategy, if you've ever seen one.
I love push strats in these in-houses because people aren't 100% coordinated, but they're coordinated enough that they become interesting.
Yeah, that you can pick up things like that.
Timing.
The Radiant team's running out of time. They've only got 3 seconds left, and they do pick up the Invoker. So I don't know how the Invoker's going to go, because he does need that opportunity to get a bit of some levels and some farm. And against a strong push strat like that, he's going to want to get it really early, and then he's going to have to go help his team. So he won't have too many opportunities to get those levels and get his spells really powerful. So he's going to want to do well in mid. I'm assuming that he's going.
Pretty sure he's going to go safe lane. I think it's a good opportunity to put Slark mid.
Oh yeah, not quite
Depends.
Claymore is playing Slark, and I have seen him play Slark mid quite a few times. So he will be an interesting one to watch. But in the tradition of you being the first time casting, would you like to introduce the Radiant team?
Yes, for sure. On the Invoker, we've got Wei. He started Blades of Attack Tango, so he is going mid. And we've got Slark as the farmer on the tri-lane, safe lane tri-lane. He's played by Not Quite Criminal, and we've got Nyx, Juicy Critic, playing him. He looks like the force support with Cath buying the wards. And we've got Jakiro on Cathfly playing Jakiro. And we've got Nature's Prophet. He's going to be off-laning. Could be pretty dangerous. I'd like to see him start jungle. He's got a clarity on him. He might do that. Get that early Basilius with the ring protection.
Yeah, it could be possible that they might be dodging that tri-lane completely and sending Nature's Prophet into the jungle. And then teleporting top once they rotate some supports, but we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, a CherryMan is going to be playing Chen with Nitrous on the Lone Druid, the top lane, and he has the tree with him. So not a solo safe lane. We've got J-Bone going mid as the Dragon Knight, going up against the Invoker. That should be fun. Shox Love NG is playing the Treant Protector, and Testicle Fairy is going to be solo long lane on the Darkseer.
Oof, you almost did that without
stuttering.
Yeah. What a great name. Just check out this mid matchup for a second. J-Bone's playing DK mid a lot, and I just want to, if you can get your camera on DK, because he's got some nice items, and J-Bone would like me to highlight them, for sure.
Point this out.
Yeah, that's about it. He'll appreciate that.
Yep. Getting that Stout Shield and that extra regen, especially up against the Invoker mid, who is going the Exort build and has that Blades of Attack, so he's putting in some serious damage, and those his right clicks is going to be hurting a lot. That Stout Shield will definitely help keep Dragon Knight alive, and that amount of regen. Probably going with Dragon's Blood as well. will be helping him so much against that Invoker, which is going to do a lot of damage.
So Nature's Prophet did opt to go into this lane. They do have pretty weak lanes. I mean, we got a Train Protector and a Chen. It's not the best killing lineup, especially when you can scout with trees and do funny things like pulling them out, like Nature's Prophet is doing now. He's being very smart about it, how he's approaching this. If you can stuff up the lane equilibrium, you can get yourself some XP, some farm, and you also really take out the last hitting time of the Lone Druid safe lane. I mean, he's still going to get free farm, but you miss a couple of last hits when you got two caster minions hitting your creeps instead of one, and all that jazz.
Yeah, that is definitely true. There is also that possibility of using those treants if you can time it correctly. It's a bit more difficult than if you're a lone druid, but you can use those treants to pull the lane creeps the same as a long lane lone druid does, but you have to time it quite well, as the treants only last for 60 seconds.
We've got a rotation by Chen here.
Yeah, Chen's coming in.
He's pinging for a wraparound.
I think Nature's Prophet is in a dangerous situation here. That thunderclap from the Hellbear does so much damage, and there is a really easy first blood for that lane.
Was my first conversion.
Yeah, 150 magical. That's a level 2 nuke. At level 1, it's great for that first blood.
It brings a lot to the table. Meanwhile, in this safe lane here, this I'll bring up the last hits. There we go. So the Darkseid's not doing too well. He's still only got that one last hit. So the supports are doing quite a good job of laning him out, and the Slark is doing an excellent job of sort of knocking
We've got
off that.
the support smoked.
Yep, we've got a rotation mid.
There's a smoke coming up. So a wise smoke because there's a ward there on the high ground for Dire, and they could avoid it. Train armor comes in.
Going on the Invoker here, so the support's going to have to be quick in that rotation round. The Way's going to have to run out of this. And Dragon Knight walks straight into the two waiting supports. Invoker sneaks away on very little life, but does pay off.
Yeah, great play. Jabin should have been a bit wary about Way being so aggressive and check bottom lane to see that there's no supports, no pulling going on.
Yeah.
A bit of communication maybe would have helped him.
You're just going to pick on J-Bone this match, aren't you?
Yep.
Point out all your mistakes, J-Bone. But yes, that was an excellent rotation from these two supports here. And yes, did dodge this ward here, did dodge this Observer ward, and made that kill.
Oh, we got Prophet in trouble top.
Prophet's taken a bit from...
He was doing some tricky business. He was hiding in the trees, and Tree Protector sniped him out. And we've got an Orb of Venom on the Lone Druid, so this is big trouble now.
Oh, those body blocks by the tree.
Prophet, yeah. If you offlane with the Prophet, you need those boots badly.
Oh yes, you need to be able to run away.
Early Basilius. He could be level 3, level 4 now, on the way to a Midas if he's jungling, but turns out Tree Protector is a good killing hero, who knows?
Yeah. Another fun little trick for those for offlane heroes that aren't like really excellent offlane heroes, like the Windrunner or the Darkseer. This little tree here, you're able to like eat that tree, and you can stand in that little hole there, and you don't get the enemy doesn't get vision of you unless they walk into that little hole there. So you can just sit in there and soak up experience. Yeah,
definitely. It was the Nature's Prophet tried to do that similar thing by hiding in the left area over here.
Yeah, standing in those trees.
What scouted him out was this lane ward here, which is a beautiful lane ward, earned them a kill, because Nature's Prophet walked into the shop and he never walked out, so Train Protector went to scout it out and saw what was happening.
Found him in there. And we've got a double pull through here, so this Treant Protector is doing a fantastic job of support. So, yeah, pulled the creeps into this lane here, into this creep camp here, and then pulled it across over here. Really denies that experience. Yeah. Even though the Nature's Prophet
very difficult for a melee. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that is okay. But yeah, Nature's Prophet has rotated into the jungle now. Hasn't been having a lot of luck on that on the safe lane. I mean, sorry, on the long lane. Has died twice, so he's moved into the jungle. Right now, this Chen doing a fantastic job with this Wild Wing. That Wild Wing Tornado does so much damage in the early levels, and Invoker is taking a lot of damage from this Dragon Knight. He's on tiny amounts of life, almost goes down to the Dragon Knight's poison, actually. And the Courier's coming in. One shot on the Courier, and the Chen picks up the kill with that Tornado. But the Dragon Knight does end up going down, and the Chen looks like he's going to pay for it, tries to pick off the Nyx Assassin, but can't get him down fast enough. So that's 2 heroes for the price of 1.
Yeah, definitely worth it. The big deal was Chen had a double damage, and he just had the wrong creep at the wrong time. He could, if he had an Ursa Clapper or a Troll Warlord, he could go in for the kill much more easily. But he had to stick with just harassing with Wild Wing.
That, not to be underestimated though, that Wild Wing Tornado does a lot of damage. I'm not exactly sure how much definitely. It does, but it's almost a Radiance burn at like level 1.
As he comes back to the jungle, I would love to see him grab this Harpy Stormcaller and send it mid, and help Jabone win back mid, because right now he's fallen behind.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Harpy here does have a really fantastic ability. It's got Chain Lightning, does 140 damage. It is huge, and jumps to 4 targets with 25% less for each jump. But yeah, for heroes like Chen or even Doom, you can take control of the Harpy's spells by taking control with Chen or eating him with Doom, and then you just play mid like your Zeus. You just last hit with Chain Lightning, and it gets you those last hits really easy, and it also harasses the enemy hero at the same time. Oh, going in on J-Bone again. This Dragon Knight's going down, got 3 heroes straight on top. Sunstrike just misses, but this slow does take off that living armor. And one more hit, and he does go down. Behind him's Chen, coming in, the Invoker sneaks away on very little life, shifts over to the blue orbs, Quasar orbs. Meanwhile, the Nyx Assassin does go down to the combined creep power from the Chen. And Chen sneaks away with that living armor on.
Great micro from the Chen, and Treant Protector being very wise with his living armors. I'd like to go down to this bot lane and just highlight it. We've been avoiding it for now, but Slark's been doing the perfect job soloing against the Darkseer. He has 14 denies. He's denying every single creep that's getting low around Iron Shell, making sure this Darkseer can't get any farm, can't get his soul ring up, and it's Darkseer is struggling now. If you can just shut down with those early denies against Iron Shell, you really shut down the Darkseer more than you think, and it's a great play.
Yeah, that is very true. If you're able to stop those last hits on the Darkseer, because Darkseer suffers in the long lane because he can't pick up experience very easily. He isn't able to sort of get in experience range and then escape as easily as like a hero like a Windrunner because of that cast time on Surge. But he can farm and control the lane quite well with Ion Shell. But if you're able to deny those creeps under Ion Shell, which with a bit of practice is relatively easy to do, it really halts his farm as well. Meanwhile, on the top lane, the Lone Druid has been getting that safe lane farm and has just taken down the top lane tower. He's picked up a Glove of Haste on his bear, so it looks like he's picked up 2 sets of boots and that Orb of Venom, but he looks like he might be going a Midas now.
Have you got CS up or net worth? If you switch to the net worth right now, his CS looks like it's even with the Slark and whatnot, but that 2 kills, I believe he got the last hit on both kills, and he's got the tower. So his net worth 1,000 ahead of the
1,000 over the top of the Slark. The pickup of that bottom tower, that tower on the bottom lane, will even it out a bit. And a fight, they've caught the Nyx Assassin out in their own jungle, in their own secret shop
as you
area.
say that, you've jinxed the Slark. Lone Druid gets another kill.
There
you go.
What are we looking at? So yep, Lone Druid's got 1 kill and the 2 assists, so that has added a lot to his net worth.
If he picks up the Deathletter here, I'll be really happy. You don't see this on Lone Druids.
I don't think so, I'm sorry. He already has that Gloves of Haste, so he's probably going the Maelstrom.
Oh yeah. I didn't see it.
But yeah, this Dragon Knight, his farm has been halted a lot by those supports rotating in and making his life just a living hell. He only has the boots and the bottle, but he does have a few levels up, so he's got that burst damage from Breath of Fire, and he does have Elder Dragon form to help with that push that they've got going here. But he has next to no items, so his damage is stunted and his health and survivability is stunted as well.
You can really see the priorities of the Radiant team here. They've warded mid up in an unusual spot. Usually you want one on the runes, but they've decided to forego that and just to keep this Invoker safe. They even have support just sticking around, keeping this J-Bone back so he can't get back into the lane, and Invoker's really accelerating now.
Yeah, really
Once he
picking up
gets that
some
force
serious
stuff up, he'll
form.
be much safer.
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, the Chen and the Lone Druid just take out a tier 2 tower unobstructed. Nobody came in to try and deny it or even try and scare them off. Yeah, they just sacked it. Figured I don't know, they might be thinking that they can keep that that lane as sort of like try and keep the creeps back around here and let the Nature's Prophet catch up on some farm or something like that. I'm unsure what, or if it was just a mistake. They didn't realize that it was getting pushed and they yeah, accidentally sacked it.
Yeah, the way that creeps work, it's actually not that bad of a thing to get your first offlane tower destroyed. Sorry. So when they lost that first tower, it's all right. You can safely farm without too much trouble, and it really helps someone, say the Nature's Prophet, just farm in there, get back into the game. But when you take out both towers, it becomes this giant black hole of area where your allies can't TP, so they can go on you very easily, and usually it's a free kill. So Nature's Prophet's got to be very careful here now.
Yeah, it is a serious detriment losing your tier 2 tower there, because as you said, that it really limits the options of your allies for teleport support, so it's difficult for them to teleport in when an enemy hero jumps on you. But they're going on the mid tower here, so this push strat's coming straight through. We've got 4 heroes all mid. The Darkseer still has wandered back, but is sitting at the bottom lane, trying to control that Slark, but it's not happening. That tower just melted under the combined damage of all that push power.
Haven't seen much of an impact from the Slark this game.
No, but
they are
it's coming in.
5-manning now. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Might be seeing something here. I think these heroes, a lot of these heroes are really fairly tanky, and I think they might even be too tanky for Slark to take out at this point. We've got the Treant Protector with that living armor being able to help people. The Lone Druid and the Dragon Knight are both just naturally tanky with so much health, and the Dragon Knight having all that extra armor as well. And Chen, you can sort of jump on. He's quite squishy, but there's he has that Hand of God, and he also has the creeps helping him out. So
he's got the money for a mech as well when he wants it. It's a big pickup for a push strat. Now they'll be 5-manning the whole game and try and get all those outer towers down. Maybe even a Roche. They could Roche quite easily.
Oh, definitely. With what they have, with the resources that they have now, they could Roche so fast. Well, maybe not so fast, but very easily. They wouldn't. No hero would be any serious danger of dying if they tried for a Roshan.
I'm a bit disappointed that they didn't push that tier 2. They're a lot stronger than they might feel they are, because of J-Bone being shut down mid, but we'll see what happens here.
Good little leap away from Slark there, leaping, knew that those heroes were coming through to threaten him, and he just leapt straight over before he teleported away, didn't want to risk it. But this push strat is really coming into show here. It's sort of like hit 10 minutes, and they're like, alright, 5-man, go. Just push straight into it, and yeah, distracting those creeps behind. The Druid has been distracting the creeps behind, while the actual bear has been thumping on the tower. So, taking out towers quite easily, and the Radiant team haven't been able to oppose it.
Okay, bit of a recap because it was quite a clever play. Basically, Nature's Prophet was one hit away from that tower dying, and Living Armor came into play, and he couldn't burst that Living Armor down, so it healed the tower about 100 HP. TP came in, Glyph came up, and you have a dead Nature's Prophet and a denied tower, so the momentum's still swinging heavily into Dire's favour.
Very nice play. I did miss that one. I'm glad you caught it, because that is, yeah, some excellent plays from the Dire team, being able to, yeah, get the deny on that tower and really capitalising on the momentum and the advantage that they have now. Radiant team are trying to get down the mid tower. The Invoker does get the last hit, and they land a lot of damage on top of that Treant Protector. Living Armor comes out and blocks a lot of damage from that Vendetta, and he's on very little life, but yeah, it does get knocked down by the Mr. Assassin. And then we go to that Ice Path straight over the Druid and the Bear, but the Dragon Knight comes in, just stuns him with that Dragon Tail, and Jakiro goes down before anything happens. Right now, an Entangled followed up by a Net on the Nyx Assassin. He just melts under that damage as well, and right now the Invoker's in a dangerous situation. He does have Invoke off cooldown, and he also has Force Staff, so the opportunity to go invisible is here. He might want to think about doing that, because this Chen is coming up on the underside, and he Force Staff straight into the Chen creeps, and just, uses his invisible there. Ghost Ward, Sentry Ward pops out. Invoker, maybe he's running the wrong way. I think as soon as they...
That's a wise decision.
Yeah.
Jebba was coming around that side.
Yeah, the other two were coming from the other direction. I think he thought that as he was running along over here, I can't draw in the water, unfortunately, but I think he thought that a ward was up here. Thought a Sentry Ward was up there, and then turned around to run the other way. He did manage to get out, though.
Loving these aggressive wards by the Dire. Their ward choices have been perfect. They've warded the jungle of the Radiant, making sure they can't farm their lanes. Now they can't farm their jungle, and they're pinned back. So you'll see this gold graph starting to spike now, and it's just because of farm and those towers. And kills really don't have much to do with it this game. It's a push strat, and it's succeeding.
They're executing it very well. Yes, they've pushed those towers, taken that map control away from the Radiant team, and then, as you said, with those aggressive wards and the wards in their jungle, they've taken away any further farming opportunities that they had. So, can really safely push without having to worry about the Slark coming in from behind or anything. So, and they're diving straight under. Dragon Knight's tanking a lot of their damage from the tower, so nobody has to really worry about it. The Chen has used Hand of God, but that living armor and that stun and that everything has just stopped the Slark. But is he going to get that last hit? Living armor kept Chen alive for so long. But now Slark's turned and focused his sights on some of the other heroes. Lone Druid did pick up the kill on the Jakiro, and the Invoker managed to go invisible just before he got picked off. Slark did get taken down by the three heroes there, the Treant Protector, Dragon Knight, and the Darkseer.
I want to take a moment to, now that team fight's over, to comment on Slark's skill build, and his item build, to be honest. He's not playing this hero. I actually fed with this hero quite badly a game, so I'm not the biggest expert to commentate on this, but he hasn't maxed his leap, and that's probably the first skill you should max. He could have gone on a double, triple kill with a max leap there, but he was just stuck dark pacting and right-clicking people, so his HP was low even though he wasn't getting focused, and it was a bit of a drain on him. That leap does a lot of damage, 280 damage, 8 seconds. It's a very low mana cost. It would have been a better choice than to upgrade Essence Shift.
I am definitely going to agree with you on that. This could be a bit of a reminiscence of like the old days of Slark, back before they changed his skills back in Dota 1. And back in those days you would only get 1 level in Pounce, because the only thing that increased was the damage. The cooldown didn't increase or anything. The cooldown didn't decrease or anything like that, so it was just the damage, and the damage was fairly minuscule. I think it was like 40, 80, 120, 160 or something like that. So, but these days, definitely, Pounce, I believe, is the first skill to max out. The 8-second cooldown just makes you so difficult to kill. You can just pounce away from anything, and then if you're chasing heroes as well, it makes it so incredibly strong when you're chasing heroes.
Yeah, when you're chasing heroes, you have 3.5 seconds of them leashed to you, so it's basically 5 seconds in between pounces, and it's so powerful. And
picking up, I think my usual skill build is you max Pounce with 1 level in Dark Pact and 1 level in Essence Shift during the laning phase, and then once that has happened, then you sort of max out the Essence Shift. Or even just get another level in Essence Shift and max out the Dark Pack.
It's very wise by the Tenacious Prophet. He's keeping a tree in Roche. They know Roche is the next big priority for Dire, and to be honest, there's not much Radiant can do about it. Their teamfight isn't there yet. Tenacious Prophet doesn't really have any items. Slark went very defensive. He's got a Vanguard, and this Invoker isn't going to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to I'm just ticking over in my head at the moment, sort of like what Radiant have available for them at the moment. They have got some defensive wards up. This one going here, and they've like de-watered their jungle to try and create that opportunity. Right now, Slark's going the bottom lane up against maybe up against 2 heroes. But yeah, as you can see here, the Dire team are just de-warding and trying to like reduce that map control again. Just take all that map control away. I believe has a gem. Yes, a gem has been picked up on the Treant Protector.
This is perfect play by them. They know in the downtime that's happened that there's going to be some map control taken back by Radiant, and they punish it straight away with their gem purchase. I mean, they took out 3 wards, I think, there, so that's 300 gold or so, 200 gold.
Yeah,
so that gem's already paying for itself.
Yeah, and just absolutely killing their any remote control that the Radiant might have over the over their own jungle. And also that gem is just an invaluable asset up against heroes like Slark and the Nyx Assassin. So perfect purchase there. Perfect time for it as well. 2 heroes get absolutely shredded, and all the Dire team are still very, very healthy thanks to the Hand of God from the Chen. Bear's going in after the Slark, but Slark is going to be able to get away. Straight in on the Invoker, lots of damage. Oh, he might die. He does die. I thought that, I thought that he was going to try and keep that invis on and get away after the Entangled was disabled, but no, he turned around, threw a few hits on the bear, just did what damage he could, and accepted his fate. The Treant Protector was only was only a few units away with that gem, so difficult for him to get away. Nyx Assassin is getting melted, and then that Chen just throws huge amounts of damage. And Slark, Slark's going down to that gem. Too many centaurs.
Should see GG coming up shortly.
Yep, I am
looking very helpless.
Yes, it is looking very grim for the Radiant team. Did you see that the 6-second stun from the centaurs on top of the Slark? Excellent chain stunning from the centaurs.
CherryMan building, he was the one who drafted. He knew he could play Chen, and he's building a great push lineup around his. I'm sure his leadership. Around
that ability to play Chen. Chen is a very strong hero, but as we all know, he is difficult to play.
And it's interesting, you know, bottom lane that Darkseer was pretty much shut down. I know he didn't die as much as Nature Prophet, but I'll say bottom and top were traded evenly, and mid was won by the Invoker. But still, you really got to stomp 2 out of 3 of your lanes, 3 out of 3 of your lanes to really push back that push strat until you have the items to confront it.
Yeah, definitely. And when the Radiant team weren't able to do that, they weren't able to sort of repel those pushes, and the Dire team just capitalized so effectively on it. They sort of like knew what they had to do, knew what towers they were going for, which ones were open, what the heroes on the Radiant team were doing. After those few initial rotations from the support that the Dragon Knight got caught out of, they became very map aware, and knew where they had to be and knew what towers that they could get.
Also, picking this tree to secure their laning phase was very wise of them, because that's where push strats are most vulnerable for sure, where you have heroes alone.
Yeah, once that
2 roaming
period of
supports.
time before they group up.
I would have loved to, I'm pretty sure it wasn't banned. Would have loved to see a Keeper a light pick from the Radiant. That really would have secured them a better mid game.
That would have been an excellent pickup, over the top of. While I do like the Jakiro pick there, and I think they had the Nyx Assassin already, but they could have changed their lineup a bit and picked up the Coddle. Probably run Coddle Jakiro in a tri-lane with the Slark, and then thrown the Nyx mid. I think Invoker was their last pickup, so they probably could have changed that Invoker for a different hero that is better able to counter that push strategy that they should have seen it coming, especially with the Lone Druid and the Dragon Knight. That is a fairly solid indication that they're going to be looking for towers. We've got three heroes looking to pick out the lone druid here, so he just had so much health. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. This the bear is just shredding the supports. I mean, they're doing a fair... Well, yes, they do manage to take him out, but look at the health. The Jakiro is on like 20 health. The Nyx Assassin got out on like 50 health, and the Nature's Prophet just got absolutely shredded as well. So 4 heroes to take down the lone druid.
In the next 30 seconds, take a look at the XP graph. Just see how much XP that lone druid kill would have given them. Lone druid level 16, level 9 supports. So it's a big kill.
Yes, that is yeah, it would have provided a lot for them. I think Nyx Assassin, just looking, he did. I think pretty sure Nyx Assassin jumped from level 9 to level 11 just from that kill.
Finally going in for Roche. They should have done this earlier, to be honest. But it's getting done, and there's not much rating can do about it.
Yeah, I think back when they managed to take all the tier 2 towers, that would have been perfect time to go Roche. The Radiant couldn't really do anything about it. There was nothing that they could sort of bring to the table. If they did a fight in the Roche pit, yes, they have like Jakiro and Invoker excel at fights in Roche pit and areas like that. Sunstrike comes out and they'll see them pick up the Aegis the Immortal, just a little taunt. There we go. And yeah, so even with those heroes that are very strong at fighting in those areas, they wouldn't have been able to sort of do anything about it. Especially trying to push out past the group
on the Nature's Prophet. So this item choice, I'm not quite sure about it. I would have loved to see an Ags or something to stop the push, basically. To keep pushing out those lanes. With an Ags, you can split out, keep those lanes pushed out. Look at the lane equilibrium right now. This is perfect for a push strat where you can just choose any lane you want to push in. But when you have the lanes pushed out, Nature's Prophet can go trade tower for tower. It's a bit late right now, but I don't think it's the right item choice right now. There's not much you can silence. Maybe the Dark Seer, but if the Dark Seer is what you're worrying about, you're missing the 2 giant bears and big dragon.
Yeah, you're missing all that other tower damage that you should be worrying about at this point. But yeah, as you said, an Aghanim Scepter or even a Shadow Blade that you can sort of try and counter push with a bit less fear about being jumped on. You sort of use that Shadow Blade and teleport away. Yeah, some of those items I think would have been much more effective. Excellent spell combo there from the Invoker.
It could be big.
Lots of damage to that Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight's Aegis has popped and he comes straight back into the fight right in time for the Treant Protector to blink in and hold everyone in place. That was the perfect use of an Aegis the Immortal. And just heroes are melting everywhere. Treant Protector has blinked in, not very much health. 2 heroes came in to try and pick him off, but there we go. GG, well played. Excellent. I commend the DotA team for that use of the Aegis Immortal in the final push there. Dragon Knight jumped in, was a very, very attractive and juicy target. They threw so many spells onto him, blew that Aegis the Immortal, and then as soon as he came back alive, Treant Protector blunk straight in, used that overgrowth, and then they just shredded the Radiant team.
Totally
excellent
agree.
play.
They orchestrated that team fight. They made Radiant think they had a chance, and then dashed their hopes away.
Yep,
so,
Radiant just bit that bait. Excellent game, fantastic to watch, excellent fun to cast. Thank you very much, Carl, for casting with me.
That's right.
Excellent game, well played by both teams, especially well played by the DotA team. Excellent strategy, they knew their strength, they knew what times, and they knew where the enemy team was for most of the time. So they really, really made the most of what they had, and that was perfect. You saw the results, it was excellent.
Yeah, thanks for the chance, Swift, I guess.
Yes.
I don't do this often.
That is alright. Thank you very much for casting with me. Here's the stat screen for those of you who like stats. Enjoy yourselves, and this is Project Swift signing out.